India's future economy is on the rise, and some of the biggest players in global finance are taking notice. Goldman Sachs, the giant investment bank, says the Indian stock market boom is just beginning. Meanwhile, BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, is heavily investing in India, helping fuel the growth story. But what does this really mean for India's economy? And why are these global financial giants so bullish on India? Hello investors. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. I'm Infographics. Let's dive deep into how Goldman Sachs and BlackRock are influencing India's growth and what it could mean for Indian investors. Before that, we will get some knowledge and intro about who are Goldman Sachs and BlackRock. Goldman Sachs, an American multinational investment bank and financial services company, founded in 1869. It is the second largest investment bank in the world by revenue. Goldman Sachs is headquartered in New York City and has regional headquarters in many international financial centers. BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager. BlackRock is an independently managed public company with no single majority stockholder. It has stakes in the four largest Australian banks, the German postal system, Commerzbank, Deutsche Bank, and Lloyds Bank in the UK. The main difference between BlackRock and Goldman Sachs is their business model. BlackRock is an asset management company, while Goldman Sachs is an investment bank. This means that BlackRock primarily manages money for other people and institutions, while Goldman Sachs provides financial advice and makes investments for its clients. The impact of Goldman Sachs and BlackRock on India's upcoming economic boom. We cover the reasons behind their interest in India, their specific contributions, and the implications for Indian investors. 1. Why India? Unpacking the growth potential. India's growth story is unique. With a young population and a growing middle class, India is projected to become the world's third largest economy by 2030. This young workforce means more productivity, innovation, and higher spending, key ingredients for economic growth. And it's not just about demographics. India's digital revolution, with the rise of smartphone use, digital payments, and technology, is setting the stage for a massive transformation. Government reforms are also making a difference. Policies like the Goods and Services Tax and production-linked incentive schemes are attracting international companies to manufacture in India, potentially turning India into a global manufacturing hub. 2. Goldman Sachs view, a long-term bullish outlook. Goldman Sachs believes that India's stock market has massive untapped potential. They see growth coming from key sectors like technology, financial services, infrastructure, and manufacturing. And here's what's exciting: Goldman Sachs isn't just talking about short-term gains. Their statement implies that India's market has room for long-term growth, making it a potential gold mine for investors. According to Goldman Sachs, the combination of favorable demographics, increased urbanization, and progressive government policies is creating a foundation for sustained growth. They see India's stock market as more than just a trend, it's a generational opportunity. 3. BlackRock's role, fueling India's financial and infrastructure development. BlackRock, on the other hand, is taking action to back this growth story. As the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock manages billions of dollars in India, investing in stocks, bonds, and even private equity. Their investments add liquidity to the Indian markets, making it easier for Indian companies to grow. BlackRock also supports India's infrastructure and sustainability goals. They are funding projects in renewable energy, urban development, and infrastructure key areas for a growing economy. By investing in these projects, BlackRock is helping India build the foundations of a modern, sustainable future. 4. How this impacts Indian investors. For Indian investors, the involvement of Goldman Sachs and BlackRock is a major endorsement of India's growth story. When institutions like these show confidence in India, it attracts more foreign capital, helping drive the stock market and boost valuations for quality companies. And there's more. BlackRock is making it easier for everyday Indians to invest in the market by introducing low-cost investment options like exchange-traded funds, ETFs. This is making the stock market more accessible to retail investors, bringing more Indians into the wealth creation journey. 5. Corporate governance and global standards. Both Goldman Sachs and BlackRock are known for promoting high standards in corporate governance. BlackRock, in particular, advocates for accountability and transparency, pushing companies to adopt global best practices. This focus on governance is changing the game in India. Companies are becoming more transparent and accountable, which makes the Indian market more attractive to international investors and builds trust in the economy. 6. Long-term economic stability and global positioning. Together, Goldman Sachs and BlackRock act as stabilizing forces for the Indian economy. By investing in various sectors and focusing on long-term growth, they make India's financial markets more resilient and less vulnerable to global economic shocks. Their involvement strengthens India's position on the global stage, attracting even more institutional investors who see India as a stable, promising economy with immense potential. Outro and conclusion. A generational growth opportunity. In summary, India's growth story is gaining momentum, with Goldman Sachs forecasting a stock market boom and BlackRock actively fueling economic development. This generational growth opportunity means there's room for long-term investors to benefit, especially in sectors with strong fundamentals. So, whether you're an investor or just curious about India's future, this story is one to watch closely. India is not just growing, it's transforming, and it's taking the world's attention along for the ride. Thanks for joining me on this journey into India's growth story. The combined optimism and investment of Goldman Sachs and BlackRock mark India as a high-potential economy for the next decade. Goldman Sachs' positive outlook on the stock market and BlackRock's impactful presence in key sectors underscore India's appeal as a generational growth story. For Indian investors, this is a powerful endorsement to consider long-term investments in sectors with strong fundamentals. With the support of these financial giants, India is well-positioned for transformative growth that could drive wealth creation for millions and enhance its global economic standing. Happy investing!